This is a quick video about how one can use two online tools to websites to apply the AIRD, the ability and intelligence rundown, in a quick and efficient way. I will start by opening the browser, opening an internet browser, and the first tool to use is what is called Wordcounter. It has the address databasic.io/en/wordcounter. And here one is going to be able to paste a text here, and then one is going to click count, and then one is going to get a list of the most common words in that text and how frequent they are. So I'm starting with a non-Spirianism, non-Scientology technical text, and it's Alice in Wonderland, a public domain text. We have it here in a PDF document. It's 92 pages, and here I'm clicking Control A to mark all of it. I'm pressing Control C to copy it. It will be different on different computers. I'm using a PC computer, but the buttons will be different on, for example, a Mac. It might be different in different operating systems too. I'm going to the Wordcounter page. I'm going to this form, this box, and I'm pressing Control V to paste it. So we got the whole text from Alice in Wonderland here. Then I'm pressing count. And here we're getting an overview page with what is called a word cloud. So here we can see that the word said is the most common word. It occurs 463 times in the text, and Alice is the second most common one. There are some features here where you can see the top words, their frequency sorted from most common to less common. We also have features called bigrams and trigrams. In this particular text, I don't think, unless one wants to get more into depth with grammar in general, this is not something that is needed to pay that much attention on, but in the other text that I'm going to show, it could have more use. So further down here, we have an explanatory text, and what we're looking for here is download all the word counts. You can also download the bigrams or trigrams, but I'm pressing the right button on my mouse here, using save link as. I'm going to save it on the desktop here. So I'm getting the file here. The original format that you get a download from this site is in a text that can be opened in Excel, but you can also right-click on it and choose Open With. You can choose, this is Notepad, a small program that comes with the operating system, so Notepad in English. And you get a list here. The words are separated by a comma, and then you get the amount of times where the word occurs. You also get the words word and frequency added at the top. Those are not necessary here, so I will remove them. And here, if one scrolls down, one can see here line 9, line 10, line 11, and so on. And if one scrolls down, we can see that there are 2,940 words occurring in the text, and the least frequent ones only occur 1 time each. And in the ability and intelligence rundown, one aims to look up 1,000 words at a time. But if one gets a good win on a lesser amount of words, one can end up there and have the win. But for the sake of demonstration, I will use 1,000 words. So here at the word hush, we have at the 1,000 word here in the list. So I will just mark the words after in the list, and I will press the delete button on the keyboard. So now we have 1,000 words. In other videos, I could show even more advanced use of what relates to using websites like these ones, but for now, one can just keep the commas and the numbers. They are quite easy to remove if one wants to use a list like this for other purposes, but for now it's not needed. So now I'm pressing Control A to mark all of the words. I'm pressing Control C to copy them. And then I'm going to a website called Easydefine. And here you get a form, you get a box where you can enter a list of words. So I'm pressing Control V here, and all of these 1,000 words are added to the list in the same order. And then one can press the Generate button. And here one gets a list of definitions. These are not necessarily always the most thorough ones, but definitions, but one can also use supplementary dictionaries if one wants to. Also here we have the aspect of the grammar form, that depending on the grammar form you don't always get an immediate definition. Some other words like names, here we have Alice, you don't immediately get a definition, but you get a link to where you can get a definition. So I will right click here, opening a new tab. And here you do get some definitions. It says that it's a noun. Here you can press see more, and I suppose it is going to include that it is a girl's name, a woman's name, a female given name, yeah, from a Germanic word meaning of noble rank. So I'm going back to this Easydefine list. Here, the first word we did get a definition for said, even though it was not in its basic grammar form. The basic grammar form for a verb, yeah, it's an adjective here. It would be said is also the past tense of the verb say. So this is something to keep in mind while you're looking up words like this, that you should possibly try to see what if it is a verb, a noun, or an adjective, and so on. So since it probably is used as a verb at sometimes in the text because it's a very common word. So one could also use enter said, and I will enter say also for the sake of demonstration. It says here that it's a simple past tense and past participle of the word say. So one could either use the link here. It probably is used as a verb at sometimes in the text because it's a very common word. So one could also use enter said, and I will enter say also for the sake of demonstration. It says here that it's a simple past tense and past participle of the word say. So one could either use the link here, or one could also enter the word say. And for example, with words like nouns, there are often many occurrences where an S is added to the basic form. So because it's plural, there are several of the nouns in the text. So if I scroll down here to find an example, these often come up in blue here, but they don't always do that. So I should try to look around a little. Here we have the word cat. So since there is a cat in the story of Alice in Wonderland, it probably is the actual animal. Here I think we are going to get another definition, but if we click it, right click it, open in a new tab. Here, this is cats is also an acronym meaning something different, but then we can enter the word C-A-T, cat. And then we get a definition here. You see that it is a noun. The main definition should be this one. You can see that it also is a verb. So one should try to see if one knows that the word mainly is a noun in the text, that it is the animal, then one can be contented with just reading early definitions. But if we go back, the occurrence where a noun has an S on the end is probably the most easy ones to identify. But one could also say here words like would. Here I think we will get the definition directly, but one could also, if one knows that the basic form is will, then one could also use both this definition. Yeah, you see it here. It says will here, so one can click directly. Or one could enter WILL here. So one should try around a little, and it would also be helpful here to use some basic grammar books. There is a Scientology one from Key to Life, so that one is recommended. You can also see here that Easydefine does not always give small common words either. So let's see if we can find some. We had one here. I just use it as an example, but the word a, for example, I know that it doesn't come up in this list, so one would look at it separately. But the most common word said, we actually have it in the Scientology dictionary, small common words. I looked this up beforehand. We have said on the page 221. You can enter it here. So here we have expressed in words, expressed or indicated without words, communicated. And we'll get pictures here, have pictures here for the mass also. And this was a text that wasn't a technical Asperianism or Scientology text, but I also got a technical one here to use as a demonstration. We have the ability and intelligence rundown from the Asperianism Ultimate series. So I will press Ctrl A here, Ctrl C to copy it. We will go back here to where we could enter the text. So I will copy and paste. I did copy and I pasted it here. So we'll press count here, and this is only 2 pages, so there will be a lesser amount of words here. But we can see here that ability is the most common word, 7 occurrences. And here the bigrams and trigrams could be more useful, that you see that ability and intelligence is used together, so that this indicates that it could be a technical term when it's used with several words, or like intelligence rundown here. So one could try to look it up here. The Ultimate series has a small glossary. I'm scrolling to the end of the file of the book, of the pack. Here we have a glossary, and we have the words ability here. I have intelligence. We have the definition AIRD, ability and intelligence rundown. And here we have words like rundown. For example, we have charge here. And I don't know. Yeah, we had charge here. But I also, if the word isn't in this glossary, then we also have the possibility to use the Scientology and Dianetics or Dianetics and Scientology technical dictionary. So we can see, pretty sure that the word charge will be in here. Here we have charge. So combining all of the information in this video, you can both use it to apply the ability and intelligence rundown to non-Espirianism and non-Scientology texts. But if you combine it and are able to identify which words that are technical terms, then you could also use these results so that you would look up words like person. You can use it in Easydefine. Include it in a list, you get a small brief definition, and you can use a technical dictionary or glossaries to look up technical terms. So I hope this has been helpful. I am considering making more videos where I show additional tools and where I can get more in depth with some aspects of looking up words this way. So thank you for watching. I will try to make timestamps in the comment section, and I will try to add links in the description to pages that I have used. So thanks, bye.